Black power, black power, black power. This is Underground Warrior TV. If this is your first time coming into my channel, please smash up the like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell at the bottom so you always be in the crosshairs when I drop one of these videos, one of these hot videos. I'm back, banging on the beats as always. You know, that's my job, is to bang on this beats. You feel what I'm saying? Fam, you know, I've always said this. When it comes to politicians, when it comes to any type of entertainers, they never in the best interest for black people. So why do we care about politics? Yesterday, Donald Trump was indicted, arrested, fingerprinted, and he went for his arraignment. At this particular place in New York where he went for his arraignment, there was a small protest. George Santos was present, and Margie Taylor Greene was present. These are the Republicans who backed Donald Trump. Donald Trump is indicted. And the reason why Donald Trump was indicted, because the American government and white people do not want to hold Trump accountable for what happened January 6th of 2020. We forgot about that crime, huh? So let's get him on this lesser stuff. And Donald Trump is very smart when it comes to using the media to his advantage. See, black people, when we get in trouble, we could never have a platform to prove our innocence. And when we do get a chance to prove our innocence, like when R. Kelly was sitting in front of Gayle King, you know, expressing himself in a way that he's up against the government. What can he do? I understood him when he stood up. I can understand the anger and the frustration when you up against white supremacy. And that's white supremacy that R. Kelly is up against. So I understood his interview. But you could never have a platform. He never has a platform to tell his truth. Bill Cosby never have a platform to tell his truth. But Donald Trump used the platform to tell his side of the story to potential jurors. When he went back to Florida, Mar-a-Lago, or Lago, when he went back to that particular place, he had a chance to grab the media. You could go to your television, it was live, and check it out. This is how much power this white supremacists have in America. So what you got going on with the government and Trump, you have Nazis versus deep state, or Nazis versus the Illuminati, both racist groups. Like the Democrats, a racist group. What does Donald Trump got to do with this porn star that he gave hush money to at the end of the campaign of 2016 for the White House? 34 felony counts, falsifying business records. Stormy Daniels hush money, falsifying checks, invoices, vouchers, and ledgers, entries. This is what they hitting Trump with. That Mar-a-Lago, Florida, when he grabbed the media attention, he done that to get a potential juror. Someone's going to feel some sympathy because white people always on code to help white people, especially a white person like Donald Trump. He's not a traditional president. All presidents are racist. All presidents of the United States of America are racist people to the core. Donald Trump is not a traditional racist president because he comes out and spews out how he feels about people when he called Africa a shithole place. Donald Trump never gave a fuck about black people. So this don't have nothing to do with black people. Donald Trump being indicted has nothing to do with black people. If he's indicted, if he's not indicted, if he gets the president office again, it has nothing to do with black people because they don't give a fuck about black people. What did Donald Trump do for black people? I seen you Negroes with that MAGA hat on. I seen you Negroes, every Negro that wore that MAGA hat. What is your boy doing now? I saw you Negroes with your Make America Great hats on again. I saw you Negroes. America has never been great. Not for a black person, not for the black people, not for the niggas, not for an African. What the fuck is you talking about? When I seen you Negroes wearing that hat, I knew something was wrong with you mentally. You know, looking for white validation as a black man and woman is retardation. Animals in the wild don't look for validation from other animals in the wild. It just be. And that's how we should be. We should be for us. Africans first. Black people first. Even when it comes to religion. Our race over religion. Our race over this racist country. Deep state versus the Nazis. Two racist entities. This is what Donald Trump represents. And you Negroes talking about Trump ain't a racist. Do your research. Trump's grandfather was a racist. They have a racist background. Whatever the Housing Act, law, civil law, as it pertains to the housing, fair housing law, whatever, how that law is ratified, but the fair housing law, you can look it up. Donald Trump was hit with this particular law where he breaks that law because he did not want to rent his property out to black people. Facts. Donald Trump hate black people. Joe Biden hate black people. Obama hate black people. I'm going to tell you why Obama hates black people. For all you Negroes who love Obama, Obama is the reason why Libya is in the condition that it's in today. They killed Muammar Gaddafi all because Muammar Gaddafi opened up his mouth and he just did it. He suggested that the world replace paper currency with the gold dinar. Muammar Gaddafi wanted to undermine and cripple the dollar and shift the power to the Eastern world, which is African. Africans got the most gold. American dollar is not worth nothing because it's not backed by gold and silver as it was at one time. Not to get off topic, but I'll just let you know, none of these presidents gave a fuck about black people. So we shouldn't give a fuck about what happens to Trump. But I do have an insight that Donald Trump is going to get off like Kyle Rittenhouse in 2020 when the riot happened down in Nicosia, Wisconsin. Nicosia, Wisconsin. Jacob Blake was shot 7 times to the back, and it was a protest. During this protest, Kyle Rittenhouse shows up with an assault rifle, shoots 3 people, killing 2 of them, injuring 1. On the day of his arraignment, he met with the Proud Boys down the street and had a drink in the bar with his mama when he was only 17 years old. This was kept out the court proceeding. He met with the Proud Boys in the bar down the street from the courthouse in Wisconsin, where he had to go for his arraignment. Then he did that fake crime before the jury, and they found him not guilty. Same way they're going to find Trump not guilty. That's why Trump, when he flew home, he grabbed the media. He went on the airway. He was allowed to have presentation time. But when a nigga get in trouble, nigga can say a couple words and your lawyer can speak for you. This motherfucker Trump flew home and grabbed the media by storm. That's a potential juror right there that's going to get influenced. Trump is not going to the penitentiary because they want Trump to run for the office in 2024. Trust and believe. And it has nothing to do with black people. They got policies to eliminate black people. So we don't give a fuck about a Trump. We don't give a fuck about a Joe Biden. We don't give a fuck about the government because the government don't give a fuck about black people. So let us stay focused. Let us not be distracted by what's going on with Donald Trump. We don't give a fuck because Donald Trump never gave a fuck about black people when he was in office. And all you mega hat wearing niggas, if Donald Trump did something for black people while he was in power, I fell asleep. I fell asleep, so leave comments below with your mega hat wearing ass and tell me where I'm wrong at. All you Joe Biden, Jim Crow, Joe Biden loving ass Negroes, can you leave something in the comments and let me know I fell asleep when Jim Crow, Joe Biden did something for black people? And if you don't like what I said about bitch ass Obama, he bent over for the white man when they killed Muammar Gaddafi for no fucking reason. Remember, they killed 8 church members. Dalen Roof went into that church, killed 8 black people on Barack Obama's watch, and Barack Obama did not sign a law to protect black people with a hate crime bill. To this day, we do not have a hate crime bill. Where's the George Floyd bill at? So we don't give a fuck about what happened to Donald Trump. We don't give a fuck. I don't. In fact, quit interrupting the damn news with that bullshit, because we don't give a fuck. Talk about something else. Let's talk about this new global money currency that's being taken place, and they ousting America. Nobody wants to deal with the American dollar no more. In the international community, some people in the international community had teamed up against the dollar. So embargoes will not work on countries no more who don't deal with the American dollar. Those Europeans in Washington, D.C., who pay Negroes money across seas to stage coups to get people out of power that America don't like, won't work because they don't accept American dollars no more. I just seen something where Kenya's president told the populace, told the masses of people, if you got your American dollars, you better do what you need to do with them now, because they won't be no good in Kenya no more. So this is what the American government should be talking about. They're keeping this away from everybody. It should be in the mainstream. About the decline of the dollar is about to take place. They got your mind all on Donald Trump. This ain't nothing but a deploy to keep you unfocused, black people. What the fuck we gonna do when this new currency take place? I need y'all to look this up. I need to look up BRICS. BRICS. Brazil, India, Russia, China, South Africa. That's the acronym. BRICS is the acronym. And a lot of nations ready to join on with BRICS. Getting a different currency other than the dollar. And y'all talking about Trump. Inflation about to hit the earth in America. It's going down financially. Trump is a distraction. They're not sending Trump to jail. Trump will be running for president in 2024. In Black America, we just don't give a fuck because it don't benefit us. We don't care who in office. It never benefit black people. Black people are always at a disadvantage. That's why I say we don't need to vote. Hold your vote. Let's do something else with it. Let's use our vote to demand something from this racist regime. Let's use our vote to demand something. We don't demand nothing. Trump getting off like his protege, Cal Rittenhouse. Trump will be found not guilty so he can run for the president office. My thing is this. why Trump wasn't tried for the most serious causing that insurrection January 6, 2020. DC officer dies, assaults. They broke in the place unannounced. That's breaking and entering. So with that being said, y'all, you know it's all set up. Like they're gonna really send Trump, to the penitentiary. He got the connection. He got the complexion for the connection. Plus, he one of they kind. He a real racist. He just ain't no traditional president. Presidents, they got class. They don't talk that way. They class is signing policies to kill black people. Clinton signed policies to show you how racist he was. He didn't have to speak it, how racist he was. You feel what I'm saying? George W. Bush Sr., he filed policies against black people, signed policies, made policies. Congress passed bills and policies to fuck black people around. They don't have to speak and spew like Donald Trump. But I like Donald Trump. He's the enemy that beats his drum, and I can see him coming from a mile away. But you Democrats are like real live vipers. You ever seen somebody play with a viper, and the viper's cool with it for a minute, then the viper turn around and bite the particular person that owns it as a pet? All snakes bite. And that Democrat is a viper to talk good and smooth. The characteristics of a viper is wisdom, but this is a wicked wisdom. You feel what I'm saying? Democrats had never did nothing for black people. So let us not worry about Trump being indicted. We got to come together as a people, because the world that we live in, after the American dollar takes a decline, we will know the world differently. And you're going to say, Underground Warrior TV said so. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't worried about Trump. Mash up the likes. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Peace and black power. Stay focused, black people.